Okay, here we are. This is video number 7 of how to draw a world speed record car. And this is a Stanley steamer from 1906, in case you haven't seen this before. But it was steam powered and it held the record for the absolute land speed record for 3 years, or just over 3 years. But it held the steam powered record for 103 years until a group of people from England broke it. But this was one tremendous car. And the guy who drove it just had the guts of a burglar, I'm betting, to drive a car like this that fast, over 127 miles an hour. Anyway, we're trying to do the best we can. We're going to honor this car, and in its own way, we're going to honor the driver of it too, Fred Marriott. And so I'm just going ahead and doing the top of the car now, trying to get it close to what the values are finally going to be for it. I wanted to work it out back to the tire so that I could start working on the rest of the drawing. I'm going to put some more shadow underneath the car. And then there are some shadows that are cast by a low sun that extend back into the other shadows. So this is going to look a little weird, but in the long run it's going to look like the photograph. And it should look great, I think. But it like always, in the middle, they always look a little weird. So bear with us. It will start to look like a car. And those highlights on it are just going to look great too, against the what I'm guessing is really black of the car. It's really hard to tell with the photographs. In the old days, the photographs were really grainy and they didn't show a lot of sunlight. It was very difficult to get a good shot, so they used flashes that just blew everything out and did all kinds of weird things, and that's kind of what I think we got going on here. But I'm trying to reconstruct it from what I figure it really looked like to what the photograph says. So it's coming along fine so far, though. I think it's going to look great once we get done with it. And like I mentioned before, this kind of looks like a boat that's upside down too. So it's an unusual shape, certainly. It's really got almost a knife edge at the front, and then swings out wide enough to put the driver, the motor, and the steam engine and the steam boiler back in the rear. So not only was this a rear-engine car, it was a mid-engined rear-engine car, and really pretty advanced for its time. I mean, I don't know who designed this car, if it was the Stanley brothers or one of their designers or Fred Marriott himself. I don't really know where the design of this came from, but obviously it was designed well enough to do its job. It did hold the world speed record, and it was the absolute fastest thing on the earth at that time. So that's pretty crazy. And for those of you who've never heard of a car being powered by steam, use fuel, either gasoline or kerosene, underneath the boiler that held water. When the boiler started boiling the water off, then it would take it under pressure and feed it into the engine instead of feeding burning gas from a gasoline explosion inside the cylinders. It took it from the outside, took the pressure of the steam, and fed it to the tops and bottoms of the cylinders, the pistons. And so it had two cylinders that acted as if they were 4 cylinders. And that was pretty common for locomotives, but in actual point of fact, it was pretty common for steam cars too. But this is a very weird car, and I doubt that a lot of people today have ever even seen one. I've seen some Stanleys and some Locomobiles and others, but I would have loved to have seen this one. It got ruined in a wreck the following year, 1907. Anyway, we're done for today, but I hope to see you back here tomorrow. We're going to do quite a bit more, and we're working toward getting this done as soon as we can. Thanks. Bye.